Hey guys, X Master here, and today I'll be talking about the Game Informer trailer that was released yesterday, and this had a lot of stuff in it, so I'm analyzing that. And there is a new trailer, go check that one out. I'll probably analyze that as well, but for now, this one, and added a lot of cool stuff in it. So let's start. And before we begin, this is a dev build, so there probably will be changes or big differences if Bungie decides. Maybe not, but we'll just have to wait and see. Now, starting off, we have this planet or Crucible map called Exile, and it's actually a hive fleet on Saturn. And now this map looks to be like the Reef. So moving on, we have the 347 Vesta Dynasty, which is an exotic scout rifle. And people were thinking this would come with the House of Wolves, but it didn't, unfortunately. But now it is definitely going to be coming in the Taken King. It might be a PlayStation exclusive. I don't think so though. So yeah, this is an amazing scout rifle. Well, it seems to be. It has some really cool perks. The exotic perks are David and Goliath. Now the Goliath perk allows you to have non-precision kills temporarily increase armor stat for 15 seconds, and David precision kills temporarily increase agility for 15 seconds. So it's really customizable up to what you want it, and you can see the stats in the Bungie armory on the Bungie website. Now moving on, we have No Time to Explain, which is an exotic pulse rifle, and this is basically the answer to the request of a high level version of the Stranger's Rifle, which was the first rare, well, no, not the first rare, but the weapon you get after completing the last mission of the actual base game campaign in Destiny. And people enjoyed this gun, but it just wasn't, it doesn't compare with the new exotics and legendaries, because obviously it has a lower attack rate and stats are lower, and it has the attack stats are lower, and it's a rare, so obviously we need a higher level version of this. And this new one is an exotic one, and hitting precision shots with this weapon will return ammo directly to the magazine, which sounds really cool. And hopefully it does not turn into like a black hammer that gets nerfed after a while, because that was disappointing to everybody who actually had a black hammer and who wanted one. And now take a quick look at that explosion in the back, though. That looks really well done. That explosion is just it just looks amazing. Like, you're able to actually move around while it happens. Is cool. Moving on, we have this location called the Gateway in the Dreadnought, and this is a very cool intro kind of thing. I think this is where you go into the raid from, or maybe the first mission when you enter the Dreadnought. This is where you go from, and there is that Taken King logo in the door that's opening. Now this is another shot of the Dreadnought from the inside. You're like going on some sort of bridge, and yeah. Moving on, we have the Sleeper Stimulant, which was not actually in the trailer, but it was, around this information with the Game Informer stuff. And this is basically part of the new this is a new heavy weapon type. It's a fusion rifle type new heavy weapon. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's supposed to be a heavy weapon fusion rifle, so it might be a laser cannon or something. And this fires laser bolts that overpenetrate targets and also bounce off walls, which sounds insane. Now the way you get this is through finding different parts of it throughout the Dreadnought, which sounds cool. Hopefully there are a lot of parts, so it's not the easy, like just 3 parts and you're done. Hopefully it's actually challenging and hard to find them. And then we have some information on auto rifles. There'll be an auto rifle that will fire chains of lightning, and then we have kind of like the Thunderlord, and then we have a sniper rifle that will blind people, which sounds insane, and that's going to be causing a lot of problems in the Crucible. Now, moving on, this legendary or exotic machine gun looks legendary because it's not really outstanding like looking like an exotic, but obviously it is on fire, so it might be like a different version of the Thunderlord, or it might have nothing to do with the fire in the actual perks, and that's just for show. Now, moving on, we have this shot. Obviously, this is the Blind Watch map from Crucible, and this map is being played in Patrol because this is, well, you see that the objective is the Vex destroyed, and as you can see, there's a Harpy, so it's not being played in Crucible, and Vex destroyed is kind of like, and there's a percentage, so it's kind of like how you have the beacons in Patrol right now. So I guess they're expanding some of the old maps as well, like Mars. So as you can see, the buff for this Warlock is Boundless Light. Now this might be tied to the Stormcaller subclass, or it might be something else, but I'm not sure, and it might just simply be part of the subclass. But the main thing here is the heavy weapon that this Warlock is holding. It is a sword, and it has ammo, and it has an elemental damage. So it's not going to be like a simple melee replacement. It will be a heavy weapon replacement, and this will be probably the new weapon type that Eris Morn is introducing. And she finds some old weapon type, and so you will have ammo in it. Obviously, I'm not sure if that's 30 strikes or maybe 1 strike will count as 5 ammo things in that, but whatever it is, it should probably be good. This is a thing that people have wanted since ever, or since the game came out, or since Crota actually, because that's when swords were introduced, but or since the mission on the moon, Sword of Crota. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. We'll be getting this stuff. Maybe, I don't know if this is tied to artifacts, but it doesn't look like it has. It's a heavy weapon. And then we get this, which is a really awesome looking cutscene. As you can see, this is Cyanide 6, the Hunter Vanguard, talking with the Ikora. No, it's the shipwright person. So these cinematics look very cool. They look a lot better than what we had before. These cutscenes are now skippable, but they look very well made. He is holding a wrench, and I don't know what they're doing. Moving on, we have the Dreadnought map. Now this place looks amazing. So we can see here Altar of Oryx, Gateway, which was the path I was talking about before, and we saw a shot of that. Court of Oryx, Hull Breach, the Bridge, the Netherix, Men Oscillium, the Founts, the Hanging Crypts, the Asylum. And then to the side of that we see Saturn. So this is nearby Saturn probably, because this ship that the Dreadnought flies around Saturn. I'm pretty sure in the orbits someplace near Saturn. And this place is hopefully very big. It seems very big, but obviously we can't tell. Take a look at this very interesting shot. This is a Titan, and he is invisible. Now this invisibility is different than what we have right now, because this invisibility is completely transparent. It has bulges and outlines, but it is completely transparent. And the invisibility we have right now with Hunters is kind of glitters and shines, which kind of sort of gives you away very easily. Not that easily, but it is very apparent. And so hopefully this is an improvement for all invisibility. As you can see, this is a third-person view. It's kind of hard to tell, but it is a third-person view. And so I'm thinking that maybe this is some special thing you get to hold, or just a special ability in that mission. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for daily content, and I'll see you next time.